Hi everybody, my name is Patricia, first generation Beatles fan, and this is a little Beatles Corner channel. Today I will show you all the purchases that I made last month, which was June of 2025. And as usual, I got more than I set out to get, and most of it probably was not what I was planning on getting at all. I have very little in the way of planning. It just kind of whatever catches my eye, and I think I want it. If I can afford it in my budget, I just go ahead and get it. So it's a variety of things. I got a couple interesting things that I think you'll find crazy, but I hope you stick with it, and I hope you enjoy the video. Now, before I get started, a couple pieces of business. First of all, I do want to send out well wishes to Beatle Brad, who has his Beatles channel, Beatle Brad. Apparently he's ill, and I hope that everybody can kind of go over to his channel and send him some well wishes. And you know, when somebody in the Beatles community isn't feeling well, it's always good for us to support, you know, that person. So I shout out to Beatle Brad, and you know, I hope he has a speedy recovery. Now, the other thing is, as far as comments go, you know, I do answer all the comments. If by chance I don't answer you, it's because I just missed it and it was nothing intentional. So please comment again so I'll see it the second time and respond to you. Now, as far as your comments to me go, you know, sometimes people say, you know, they're interested in something, or, you know, the conversation is something to the effect, well, you know, they would either like what I'm giving away, or in this one case last month, her name is Emmy, who's a person from the UK, and I think she's a younger fan probably. She didn't have any authentic, I would say, Beatles items, so I was going to send her something from the United States, just a little something, you know, original memorabilia from here. And so I asked her for her address, and I don't think she saw my comment, you know, replying to her. And so, you know, the conversation ended there. So, you know, when you comment to me, I will comment back. So I would appreciate it if you would try to, you know, just acknowledge, you know, just read it so I know that, you know, I'm not missing out on, you know, sending you something or giving you something or following through with what I said I was going to do for you or whatever. So anyway, that's that. Okay, so today I'm going to get started with the 45s that I bought this past month, and there was a couple of them. So I'm going to start out. The first one is a purple star line, which is one of the things I'm still in the middle of collecting, which will be forever. And this is a Hard Day's Night, and I should have known better. Mint condition. I paid $9.99 for this, plus shipping, so it was like about $15 with tax and whatnot. And I got the Starline sleeve that went with it. And then I got a second purple Starline. It seems like they go on forever, like I can't get them all. I don't know why. This is Yellow Submarine and Eleanor Rigby. And this is also a mint record too. So, and there's the sleeve. Got a couple punch holes on the side there, but other than that, the sleeve is nice. So that's that one. And I paid the same price, I think I just told you. Now, at the record store, for $2, I bought kind of a beat-up sleeve, but it's in pretty good condition. I'd say very good. For $2, I couldn't really pass it up, you know, because it's pretty good. And I actually got the record that goes with it, the original, which isn't in too bad a shape either, actually, I have to say. I mean, it's got a little bit of scratches on it, so it's really not my thing, because if it's not perfect, forget it. But anyway, there you go. Maybe I should give my crappy records away, right? So I paid $2 at the record store for this, so I was pretty interesting, and I'm glad to get that. Okay, and then now the last one I got I paid $5 for this at the record store. And this is a copy of George Harrison, Give Me Peace on Earth, and then Miss O'Dell is on the flip side, the B side. And actually, it's the A side is really good, really nice. The B side is a little bit less nice, but it's still pretty glossy and whatnot. So I bought this so I could get Chris O'Dell to sign this when I go to the Fest for Beatles fans next month. Now, I do have one already signed, so maybe I'll be giving one away, I don't know. And so I actually got, it came in this little plastic baggie thing that says Fisher's Records. I think it says 39 cents. So I think that was kind of worth getting the record just for the little baggie that says 39 cents, whatever record store that is, I have no idea. So those are the 45s that I got this month. Now I'm going to flip to a CD. And so I'm still on the Pete Best wagon this last month, because there's a couple things I wanted to get before I couldn't get them, or if something happens to him, you know, prices of course go up. And I just wanted to kind of finish off what I had in my mind. So I still on the Pete Best, you know, search last month for some stuff. So this first one I got was his CD, Hayman's Green, and you can see that it's signed by him. And that's the CD, and that's part of the, I don't know, I think it's the ceiling in the Casbah. Those stripes were, you know, as one room was painted like that. So for that I paid, let me see, I'll try to tell you. I paid $20-some, $28.58 all in all for this. So, you know, for a Pete Best autograph on a CD, and I didn't have this one signed, I thought, well, I'm going to get it, so I did. Now, I do have my old one that's not signed, so I will be giving this away. So, I don't know if anybody's interested in Pete Best. Let me know. I'll send it out. Okay, so then the other thing I bought was one book. And this is called John Lennon, the Boy Who Became a Legend by Michael A. Hill. And this guy was a friend of them. They all went to school together, and you can see the front cover has his photo highlighted in the Quarry Bank group, you know, school picture. So it does have some photos in here. Not many, but some. And let me see if I can just find one without. That doesn't mean anything. The ones I'm looking for doesn't mean anything. Well, anyway, it's a, I won't bore you with that anymore. It is about, oh, there's a bunch of photos in the back. This is how he looks today, or well, not today, whenever he wrote it. So you can see he was one away from John in the school photo. And so this book is about a little over 300 pages long, 317 it says, and it was written in 2013, so maybe 12 years ago. So I wanted to see what he had to say, because I'm really interested in Quarry Bank years, Hamburg years, you know, the early school years of John and his friends. So I paid $13.89 for that book. Okay, so now moving on, I'm going to show you one box set that I got, which I wasn't planning on. And here you go. This was put out in Germany by a group called Bear Family Records. And you can see it's a pretty nice box. Is there a lot in it? It could be better, but still is a nice box. So it's got some information in American and German. And it's got like some additional stuff about what's in the book. Information, English and German. And then what you get is you get one CD in the box. Whoops, naturally I would drop it. And it's supposed to have all the variations that are known and that were recorded of those, early songs with different intros, and some are German and some are English, and, it's My Bonnie, Sweet Georgia Brown, let's see, Cry for a Shadow, When the Saints Go Marching In, all that stuff. So there's a total of like 39 tracks all in all. Some are mono and stereo, and some are just mono. So it's a 2 CD set, and I'll just show you this one here. So they have Bear Family there. So that's what you get, but then you also get a really nice hardback book, which I was really interested in too. And it's got historical things, it's got documents in here. So they did a nice job. And then they tell the story. So, this is like about, the producers and whatever. Some recording documents. A lot of contracts that were signed. This is about Tony Sheridan and Bert Kaempfert, who I think produced them. There's Tony Sheridan in his younger years there. And so this is a really nice book, actually. And then at the end, it gives all the Tony Sheridan discography, excuse me, and what labels were on what and whatever. All about the CDs that you get in the box. And lots of different things about German pressings. There's a lot to unpack in this book, actually. A lot of early photos with Pete Best and Stuart Sutcliffe in here. Let's see if I can find one. Oh, all the Paul and John and George, and they did their own little biographies. They wrote them out. So there's some handwritten stuff that they had done. So it's really an interesting book. I paid $100 for this from Frank Mr. Stickermania. I probably could have gotten a little bit less on Discogs, but this one was sealed at the time, and so I just went with that. And actually the CD quality is really, really good. So it's not muffled or anything. So whatever they did to it, they did a great job. And I think this was done in, it's been a while. I don't see the date on it now, but I want to say it was like 2009 or something. I don't know. I'm not quite sure because I'd have to look it up. But anyway, that's my Beatles Hamburg box set with 1 CD in there. No, I should say 2 CDs, sorry. And the book. But I really like it. All right. So now I'm going to show you some albums that I bought. Now, Beatle Dave, the record collector, he didn't really get me started in this, but now he's got me more interested in it because recently he has done 2 videos on these so-called DeAgostini pressings. And he got, the first one is he showed his box. He has a whole box that's a complete set. And at that time, I was already looking at them on eBay for some, I don't know, I ran into them or whatever. So I went ahead and I wound up buying 2 of them. Now mine are still, excuse me, sorry. Mine are still sealed with the card. And apparently there's a magazine or a pamphlet or something in here. If you go to Beatle Dave, the record collector, you can go to his first video where he shows you the whole box set. And then the second video now he's done, I think it was this album with the Beatles. Although it was issue number 12. They did not go in order when they issued them, apparently. And these are from 2017. And what makes them kind of interesting, too, is that you could have had them mailed to your house over there in the UK at the time. I guess you probably signed up to get them or something. And so the other one I bought naturally is A Hard Day's Night, and that's also still sealed with the card. Now his don't have the cards. His are regular records in the box, but he's got the pamphlets that go with it. But so I don't know, unless I open this up, exactly what I have compared to what he's got. But if you're interested in these are pressed in 2017, and he says they're really good sound, at least the first one, and he's going to go through them all. So I would say go check out Beatle Dave, the record collector in Derby, UK, and you can follow him up on this. And he does a lot of good stuff anyway. But anyway, so that's those. I bought 2 of those. Now I don't know if I'm going to collect them all or not, because I kind of wasn't planning on it, but I wanted to have a couple examples of them, so I'm kind of like on the fence about it. Now I got another Japanese pressing for my collection, and this is something I've been working on, as you probably remember. And so it's the Hey Jude album. And they're all on Apple as far as label goes. This one is mint. If it's been played, no, I don't think it's been played, but if it has, it's only been one time. So, now the DeAgostini records, I forgot to tell you, they were $30. I got them on eBay. They were $39.99. So, you know, with shipping and whatever, I did pay a little bit more. Let's see if I can bring that out real fast. $51.14 each. So, you know, with shipping, it gets to be pricier than you want it to be. But what can you do? So that is my Japanese Hey Jude album. And then I got one more Japanese this month, or last month I should say, which is the Help album. And it's also, you know, has all the insert thing and the Japanese information that's in there and the obi strip. And this one is mint too. I don't think this one's never been played either. So I paid 50. What did I tell you? 51 something, 49 or something. So I guess all in all, that's not too bad. So I'm 2 albums closer to finishing the Japanese flag series. Hooray! I'm gonna put this away real fast. Okay. Now I got another record. It's still sealed. And I don't know, I just ran into it, and I really know nothing about it. It's called 4 Sides of Buzzy Lionheart. Okay, the reason I picked this up, it's got Lawrence Juber and it's got Denny Sywell in here as part of the group. So if anybody knows anything about this record, I would appreciate any information you have. So that's the only reason I picked it up, is because there's 2 former Wings people as part of this. All right, I didn't pay very much for it. I think it was like 10 bucks or something. Now, the last record I got for last month is a first pressing mono Sgt. Pepper, which I'm so happy to have. I paid $70 for this. It's got the sleeve. The only thing it doesn't have is the insert, but I did buy extra insert maybe 6 months ago or last year. So I'm going to put it with that. And then that's a really nice record. I don't see anything wrong with it at all. Oh, maybe one tiny little scuff. This was barely played. So this is at least in excellent condition. So I'm happy to get this because actually my old mono original copy that I got when I was a kid doesn't cut it compared to this. So when I saw it, I thought, oh, I should get it. So there you go. So that's the last record I got. Now I have 2 more things to show you. Okay, so this is one of the last 2 things, and I'm just going to show you the box first. There's a sticker that says Pete Best Band. And yes, I'm back to Pete Best. And I bought this off of eBay. And I only paid $70-some for this. I don't know, nobody else bid on it, so I was like really happy. So I got a Pete Best drum head. And it says, you know, Peter Best, the Beatles. Now, he doesn't always sign the Beatles. Sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. So I think I feel really lucky that he also wrote the Beatles on there. There's been some that I've seen, at least one I saw, he wrote the 5th Beatle. So he writes, you know, some little things occasionally, but not all the time. So for like I think it was $77 altogether, I got this. I think it's really nice, the drum head. So. And actually, he signed this like 2 years ago or something at a, I guess there's Flower Power cruises that go from Florida to wherever. And somebody that was on that cruise got it signed, and that's why it's in the box. It says the Pete Best Band. So anyway, I thought it was a pretty good deal for that kind of money. Okay, so now the last thing I'm going to show you is really crazy. All right, so, you know, during all my collecting life, I never really paid any attention to butcher covers and really never cared about butcher covers. Don't ask me why. Now, Frank, Mr. Stickermania, is really into butcher covers and peeling them and all that stuff. And, you know, if I ran across one that was not peeled, there's no way that I would have it peeled because I know eventually they're going to be more expensive than the peeled ones at some point. I don't know. Anyway, so I bought a butcher cover. However, I bought a butcher cover kind of the way I wanted it, although it could be in just a little better condition, but I wanted something crazy that showed both things at the same time. So I wanted to show the butcher cover along with what went on top of the butcher cover, which was the trunk slick. So there you go. Now, I know a lot of people are going to hate this. So you see I have 2 Pauls, I think 2 Georges, a Ringo, and John is right there, which is barely seen. It's a number 6 for those who want to know, mono. But I really wanted a weird one that showed, you know, what both looked like at the time together. So I think I got a one-of-a-kind butcher cover, right? And the record didn't even come with it, but the original inner sleeve did. So I guess that's good. So anyway, after all these, how many years, 60-some years of collecting, I finally got a so-called butcher cover. And he wanted I think $4.99 for it. I wound up paying $400 for it. So, but I had to pay tax and everything, so it was still like $4.50. But I'm really happy with it. So anyway, you can tell me what you think about why I shouldn't have bought a crappy one. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I really do hope you come back and comment and all that good stuff. And thank you for your friendship. I really do appreciate it. So anyway, as usual, long live the Beatles.